Everyone, welcome to a brand new episode of Women of Community Banking podcast. Right, sunny Wednesday in New York. Even Janis is in the state of New York, but I'm in the city. She's in upstate New York. We are happy about, firstly, it's not snowing. It's sunny after days. I think I just go out for a walk. And Janis has joined us for an episode of WCB. Janis, firstly, thank you for, doing this for us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Absolutely. Quick introduction who Janis is. Janis is Vice President of Member Contact Center and Branch Operations at Empower Credit Union, Upstate New York, place I love. Obviously, she's have almost more than 2 decades in credit union. She's a true blue credit union veteran, started her career back almost 23 years back with the credit union, and now being a vice president of a credit union. So we are extremely proud of you, what you've achieved, Janis, in the last 2 decades, and we wanted to convey that message on behalf of the entire community. Janis, let's talk about your journey, right? Let's talk about how did you start, how did you get into credit unions, and how has the journey been so far?
Yeah, so I kind of lucked into credit unions, which was great. I decided I wanted to be a real estate agent in 2000. And I think we all know what happened in 2008 with the bubble bursting and the housing market collapse. So it was really kind of a treacherous time to be in real estate. I, though, had built a great relationship with a local credit union that I would send mortgage clients to. So there was a credit union VP who had said, we have a great opportunity here on our lending team. You should really come and interview. I think you would be a great fit for the credit union world. I interviewed with Corning Credit Union. I had a great start with them, better opportunity here at Empower, and I never looked back at another career. Credit unions really at their root are people helping people, and the credit unions that I have had success with live that mantra. And so I think it's really easy to be part of a credit union when every day you're afforded an opportunity to change somebody's life through your product, service, and knowledge.
Yeah, I think, that's the reason all of us got attracted to the movement. I come from the world of large banks, right? Definitely when I arrived at this ecosystem, I'm not going back. This is my home for sure. Been looking for it for years now. Same emotion that you echo. Amazing. Now, Janis, since you lead contact center as well as branch operations, both of them are very intensive roles. Both of them are very heavy roles, for the lack of better words. A lot of work, right? So let me ask you about modern contact centers. I have been working with large customers, large banks, oil and gas, multiple Fortune hundreds with contact center optimization since almost a decade now. But obviously, contact centers are very unique community financial institutions by the way how we operate. We do not treat our consumers as customers. We treat them as one among us. So experience is the highest paradigm. It doesn't matter if you're earning money or not. It doesn't matter. Experience is the highest paradigm. My question is, how do you define the role of a contact center in today's credit union?
So I think it's important, as you said, the member is the center of every decision that we make. And it's about bringing ease to that member and reducing friction with doing business with us. So contact centers are unique because you don't have that member right in front of you. So there are some hurdles or challenges that you have to overcome with identification and ensuring that, you really are putting the member at the center, building the relationship and becoming a trusted advisor. And the way to best balance that is because, as we continue to grow, calls don't decrease, but we have to leverage the technologies and the efficiencies that we have out there. So AI does play a pivotal role in contact centers and being able to scale and ensure we're providing the service that our members want when they reach out to us.
Makes sense. Yes. So, I think this is the quickest and fastest changing piece of that Lego, right? This is so fast changing. Gone are the days where people used to wait for getting transferred to another agent. We don't have the time to wait for a long queue time. We do not have time or patience to answer 5 different questions. A very off topic, but something I can draw parallel to. A friend of mine was telling me a few days back he got a call from a recruiter for a new job opportunity, and he already thought that the person he was talking to is an actual recruiter, a human, and there were like series of questions being asked pretty strategic questions. It's not like a form. It's a pretty strategic questions. I mean, one after the other, depending on the conversation. Realize at the end of 10 minutes, he was talking to a bot. It's crazy now, right? So the way how the contact center world is changing, I am very optimistic about how AI can transform, and obviously maintaining that human warmth is prime importance for us. Well taken. Now, since you've run this business for years now, right? You'd be one of the perfect people to answer me. So, what do you think actually separates a good with a average contact center?
Yeah, member service. Always ensuring that you're putting the member again at the center of every decision that we're making, and you're empathizing with them. I think it's important that, AI helps us bridge a gap between kind of simple repetition questions and then members that really are finding themselves in a challenging position. And so ensuring that our team is equipped with the tools and techniques to connect with that member, empathize with them, and help find a solution, but not only a solution to their current issue. Think ahead of what other products or services that they're not taking advantage of that is either going to make it easier for them to do business with us or more financially successful. So we really challenge our team to listen to the member. I think a lot of times, we want to just answer the question and get the member off the phone and get to that next call. It's all about taking care of that person in front of you and finding ways to make it easier for them to do business with us.
Makes sense. Moving on to the next, right? You talk about member experience MX as the most important thing, but still you have to drive efficiency and empathy. I mean, you cannot have an agent talk to a member for an hour and console this person of something. I mean, yeah, at times it's important, but you're still running a shop that needs to be profitable. So how do you balance efficiency and empathy on both the sides of the extreme? Because you're not running a contact center for an insurance company that is asking for your premiums, right? But you're doing a very noble job, right? So how do you balance both of them?
Yeah, and I think it's about as important as the member experience is, so is the employee experience. So making sure that you're providing them with tools and resources so that they have the information that they can get to as quickly as possible. Reducing friction with member verification was an important part that we needed to help our team be successful with. And so I think in providing our team with tools to see a holistic 360 view of the member's relationship with us allows them to more quickly triage why the member is calling and then also offer a product or service. So I think that, you have to find that balance between the member experience and also the employee experience and bring as many resources as possible to the employee to better service the member.
Yeah, fair enough. Next is I want to ask you about technologies, because since you've been running contact centers as well as branches, right? I mean, things have changed completely. I mean, maybe we used to use, I'm not taking names, but examples like a Cisco or a Avaya 10 years, 20 years back, right? Now with layers like an L coming in or a Glia coming in, I mean, they're transforming the way how we use it. People call me biased, but I'm a fan of L. Sorry about that. So my question is, what technologies do you think is actually helping you do a better job, both across managing a lean, sleek, efficient branch operations and contact center? I mean, both will be different answers, or both can be same. I mean, I'll leave that to you.
Yes, and we use Glia. We implemented Glia about 2.5 years ago, and very impressed in their commitment to research and development. They've actually brought on a suite of AI products and tools all the way to the executive level from a reporting perspective that has been hard to keep up with because the AI is evolving so quickly that it's important and imperative that you have to make sure that you are making that an active part of your strategy in order to be able to scale for the future. So Glia has been an amazing partner. With inside Glia, we've used a Lumen Shield for that voice verification. So they're using that unique voice print to identify the member to ensure that we have security and reduce that friction. So I think just getting that call faster to our reps helps. And then Glia has that bot technology that sits at the front. So it's our virtual assistant. Her name is Emmy. She's great, and she really helps members understand what questions they may have. Can she answer those questions, or is that something that she needs to pass to an agent? And it's nice because she provides that 24-hour support for our members that allow us to expand out of our current brick and mortar footprint into areas that have different time zones. From a branch operation, very similar, making sure that we have the self-service tools that are available to the membership. But when they do have to come into a branch, that we have highly teams that are able to assist our members, give them advice that they're looking for. A lot of our members aren't even aware of the products or services that we offer. And so making sure, again, that we're leveraging that balance between technology and our teams to ensure that that member experience is above and beyond any that they're going to get at another credit union or financial institution.
Good. So that means I can have a virtual date with Amy. I can ask Amy out maybe for a coffee if I become a member of you guys.
You can, yes. And it's so funny. Some of the transcripts I read from members, it's great. They'll thank her and she'll say, "You're welcome." And the unique thing about Glia is that it is response-based AI. So we control the conversation that Emmy is having. We weren't ready to jump into the generative space just yet, but there are some generative components. And so I think it's important as you're looking at what you want your AI strategy to be, what your risk tolerance is, and the difference between AI technologies.
Yeah, so that means you're telling you're telling Emmy what to talk about. Amy cannot do a casual chat with me. Amy will just talk about checking account and credit cards with me. Okay, I'm borderline sad now, but that's okay. That's cool.
One day we'll get there.
Interesting.
She's learning. She's only been here for a year and a half. She's still learning too.
She's still learning. Give her some time. In terms of your journey, Janis, right? This podcast has been source of inspiration for a lot of aspiring women leaders. I'm not naming someone. So there's a kid who's 15. She wants to be a pilot, right? She followed my podcast. Actually, she's daughter of one of my friends. And then she started a podcast after being inspired from this podcast. So these are the type of impacts that we are looking at to actually inspire a group of people to make them more, glued to this or getting more inspiration out of this. My question is, with your career, it's been an illustrious career. Do you talk about any or share any specific things that you think you might have spoken or you might have advised Janis 20 years back to do better or in a different way?
Yeah, I've had the fortune of being around a lot of strong women. The credit union industry by design has a makeup of about 70% female, and that actually goes all the way through to our executive team. So, I've been fortunate to have a group of strong women kind of push me in directions. So the one piece of advice that I would give is that even if you don't trust yourself that you're ready, trust those that are around you that see your potential. Because I think that a lot of time as women trying to balance, careers, motherhood, if that's the direction you want to go, or side projects, you don't always have that confidence and trust in yourself, but you have other people that see your talent and your potential, trust that, and then reciprocate that. So as you start to grow within your career, look for that same talent in, newer, leaders in the women in the industry, and help foster that confidence and that growth and that development within them as well. So I would say have a little bit more trust in the people around you that know you can do it, but don't be afraid to ask for help either. Even at this point in my career, I have other, VPs and mentors that I reach out to, and, we're always going to, I think, have that imposter syndrome that sometimes creeps in. And you just need to have a group of individuals that you trust, confide in, and that continue to help you recognize that potential and reach for those.
That's amazing, right? One last question in the interest of time. This podcast is again, almost all podcasts is about talking fancy things, essentially, for lack of better words, talking successes, right? But I always focus on focusing failures, for the lack of better words, or, difficult times. Because when I share difficult times, my guests, with the audience, people relate to them because that really helps, right? Do you talk about any such moments where you thought it's very difficult to get out of it, but finally you made it out, and you're really proud of what you are? I mean, you want to share any of these?
Yeah, and in mine actually wasn't in the credit union world. So I, like most first-time college students, took to the Greek life a little bit too hard. And I actually, at 19 years old, found myself in the United States Marine Corps and joining, thank you, one of the best decisions I've ever made in my entire life. But joining the Marine Corps, I wasn't really familiar with what I was getting myself into. And we had to qualify with your M16 on the rifle range. I failed my first time at the rifle range. And anybody that's not familiar, the way that, back then, female Marines went through every 4-week cycles. And so it's a total of 12 weeks of training. I was in my 8th week of training and I failed, and I had to recycle back to my 4th week of training. And yeah, it was a lot to kind of take in as a 19-year-old, and Marine Corps boot camp is not exactly a 5-star resort by any means. But I had a really strong drill instructor tell me that you and only you are responsible to how you react to adversity that happens to you. So you can pull yourself up by bootstrings, which are real bootstrings at that point, and you can take advantage of this opportunity here, even though you can't see why it may have happened, and you can move forward and have a positive attitude about it, or you can make this challenging. And so I think that adversity that I had to overcome at a young age, at a very kind of pivotal time in my life, and those words from, again, another strong female telling me that you and you alone choose your path forward, stuck with me. And I think that having that positive attitude, learning from your mistakes, understanding and owning those mistakes are going to always help you be successful in the future.
Amazing. This was one of the most refreshing interviews in the last 1 month. I didn't know that you went to Marine Corps. I mean,
Yes.
amazing respect for that. I mean,
Thank
what
you.
you've done.
My
Really
pleasure.
proud of you. So, Janis, this was great. I mean, and the way how we concluded this, I mean, innately have a lot of respect from since I was a kid for armed forces, for military, of any country per se, because it's a very noble, challenging work that not everyone takes up. We are more comfortable indoors, whatever we are doing, but someone signing up for it and doing it, plus you sharing this nugget, this is gold. Right? So, Janice, again, thank you. We appreciate this time with you today, and thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you. This was a pleasure.